Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a video on Natasha Denona product. The majority of this product is brand new to Natasha Denona's brand. And then I also am going to be using the Beauty Blender Foundation and Concealer. I have not done a review on that. I was going to do a, dedicated video to that where I just try this out, but I couldn't wait. And I wanted to just use it today, and I also wanted to review the Natasha Denona, so we're just gonna do both in one. So let's see how these products perform. I've heard great things about them, but I do want to see how it works with my skin. My skin can be a little finicky, so we will see how this goes. I'm really hoping that it looks as good as what I've heard. I'm just going to give you a little bit of information about this foundation. So it's a weightless, full coverage foundation that has 40 shades, easily blends for a flawless finish, revolutionary bare skin feel, glides and bounces easily so it never looks cakey or fake, no matter how little or how much you layer on. Never chalky or lifeless. The velveteen matte finish has a multi-dimensional effect like naturally gorgeous, healthy skin. The lightweight buildable formula addresses not only tone but also skin texture up to 24 hours. So that sounds really awesome, and if that is true, maybe this will be my new favorite. Now I've been trying a lot of new foundations and I've found some pretty amazing ones, so I have a pretty high standard now. After using that Shiseido and the L'Oreal Infallible, ones like the Maybelline Urban Dream Cover, the YSL All Hours, like those are just some of my favorites. So this is gonna have to live up to its claims to really make, a big difference in my makeup routine. But I have high hopes for it. I absolutely love my Beauty Blender. It is like my ride or die application tool, especially, for foundation. Let's just start. I'm gonna prime my skin with the blurring primer from CoverFX. I am going to use my Beauty Blender. I do have a tiny bit of powder on this side, so I'm just going to obviously use that side for powder. It's no big deal. I know, like, how dare I not clean it every time. So let's start by obviously priming the skin. I like this blurring primer because it not only helps fill in the pores, but it does kind of do that blur of redness, blemishes, and all that. So who doesn't want to blur their skin and make it look flawless? And I thought I was in the clear. I feel like every time, I'm not filming, I'll be like, wow, finally my skin is clear. My next video, I won't have any blemishes, maybe just a little bit of scarring. And then the day I'm gonna film, I wake up and I'm like, bam, breakouts. I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever you say, face. So we are primed. We are ready. Okay, so now we're going to use the Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Whip Long Wear Foundation. I got it in 1.2. You're supposed to be able to use your Beauty Blender and you squirt this out. You're supposed to hold it at a 45-degree angle, squirt it out. It'll go onto that and then you dip in there. So it's like a little palette, which is cool. They are also vegan, cruelty-free, formulated without parabens, phthalates, or oils or sulfates, which is great. Okay, let's start. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. I think the one issue I think people have had with this is it does get clogged, the pump. So I think just be careful to make sure it's at that 45-degree angle so it squirts there. It doesn't like kind of collect all at the pump. And I think also make sure you're wiping it after each use. So let's just do a little. I think that's like pretty spot on. It's pretty rare I get a foundation spot on, but I think that's pretty close. Like to my neck, I mean. I think it looks really nice on the skin. Like, it literally looks like I'm not wearing makeup at all. I wish you guys could jump through the camera and come and look right up close to my face, because it literally looks like my skin is even in tone. Like I don't have all that redness. It looks like the blemishes are kind of, you can still see the spots through, but they're obviously not as red. But it looks like it's just my skin. It feels like there's barely anything on there. Wow, that's cool. Now, obviously we're gonna see how it looks once you layer it, because I'm gonna try to get it more full coverage, but not like intense, like Smashbox full coverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and add another layer. Okay, so we have added another layer, still looking like, wow. I think this is one of the most natural looking foundations I've used. I'm gonna go ahead and try with the Beauty Blender. Sorry, the Blendful. Let's see what we prefer. I feel like I'm supposed to use the Beauty Blender with this because it's by the same brand, but I mean, I wanna see like what's the best. So let's check it out. Okay, so I do think I am preferring the Beauty Blender. It's the same as other foundations that I have used comparing the two. When they have a more matte texture to them, which this is a velveteen matte, so it is a lot, you know, more, I don't know, like my skin's very tricky with matte foundations because it can look a little dry on my skin, and I've said this many times, but I feel like the Beauty Blender helps matte foundations go on a little smoother because it does have that moisture, as I said before. I'm liking it. I feel like it definitely looks skin-like. It definitely looks natural. I think it covered well. The coverage is nice. So from first impression, I am impressed. I like it. I'm just gonna give this a little wipe. I like the packaging. There's a lock on the back, so that's good. Now it can't come out. I think that this packaging is really unique. It's cute. It is handy, especially for those of you who don't want to have that foundation blob on your hand that I know I always have because I always forget to wipe it off. And I think the foundation itself is really nice so far. So far so good. Let's move on to the concealer. I also got this in 0.2, which is light fair. And this is all me going off of the Beauty Blender website. It says, one swipe for hydrating full coverage. Conceal, brighten, and smooth with this weightless full coverage concealer, which offers major pigment payoff to knock out dark circles, cover blemishes, and even out discoloration. A boost of hyaluronic acid and illuminating pigments helps hydrate and brighten skin over time. The 3-in-1 long wear formula can be used to conceal, contour, and highlight. It looks and sounds like it's going to be nice. I've again heard great things about it, so let's see. I'm going to obviously start under the eyes. I don't know why I keep saying obviously, because like there's so many ways to apply makeup. So like, let's slow your roll, Caitlin. I'm just gonna actually blend that out right now. So coverage, definitely great. Like that just erased my under eyes, which is ultimately what I personally want. I think the color is good as well. It matched well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish concealing and then we'll talk about it. I'm loving this. And obviously the biggest test will be once everything's set. I don't notice any, or at least minimal oxidizing. Like, I don't really notice anything. I think that has really nice coverage, the concealer. I think it blends really nice. I definitely blended into that foundation seamlessly and beautifully. Let's talk a little bit more about some other products that we're going to be using, because I'm going to go ahead and do those before I set my face. So I actually had ordered this after I ordered the haul that I posted, the video. And it is the Natasha Denona Face Glow Cream Shimmer Sticks. I'm going to use the dark as a bronzer. Now it's shimmery. I mean, I don't love shimmer in my like my contour bronzer, so I'm just going to kind of bronze, and then I'll kind of do a more precise contour with powder. So I will swatch the two. This is the dark one. It is quite shimmery, but like it looks like such a beautiful tone, and if you were really dark skinned, this would be like a nice kind of more natural you know, bronzy highlight. And I mean, it's pretty dark though. Now I'm super pale, so let's be real. And then this is the light one. So that's like kind of a more white, champagne-y, goldy kind of color. I'm going to use both of those. So I'm going to start by bronzing, and then I'm going to highlight with this. So I do actually like those sticks. I think the bronzer actually looks really nice. I think it looks natural and it doesn't look too shiny. I even used it down here and it doesn't look that shiny, which is really nice. So I actually love it. Now obviously I have to set everything and see how that goes. But I also like the highlight. It looks really natural so far, but I'm gonna just use my finger and dab it over top of once I finish my makeup and see how that goes. So to set my face, I'm going to be using my Coty Air Spun. So we're going to see obviously how it wears. I like the way that it looks. For sure. I added some bronzer. I like a contoured as well, sorry, with the Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer in Oh Cool. And yeah, like I'm really happy with the way it looks. I liked the Natasha Denona stick. The bronzer, I feel like I lost a lot of the highlight because I had to set it, and that's why I want to top it. So I'm going to go ahead and do my blush, Mini Bloom blush, and this is new as well. So it is a individual blush. Such cute little packaging. It's like a mini version of their large, like of her larger packages, and really good quality packaging for sure. I mean, you pay the money for it, so you want good quality stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this blush. It is pretty bright. Again, obviously it's pretty bright, so if you like a really natural blush, this might not be it for you. But let's see how they blend out. So obviously intense. We don't want it like that. I'm going to take a little bit of my Coty Air Spun. Still pretty bright. So I do have to say this is, I love blush and I like a vibrant blush. So I really, really like this. But it definitely, you want to be really soft. I'm actually not going to add any more, and I'm just going to use the leftover, like the excess, on this brush. See, that's a little bit more natural. Like such a beautiful color. It's that like peachy kind of coral, and it has that kind of gold shine to it that's not too shiny. Like it almost just makes you look healthy, and I really like that. I'm gonna do this cream stick. I'm gonna use my finger because I find once you've set, and even sometimes when you haven't set your face yet, when you use a stick, sometimes it can pull. So I'm going to use my finger, and if you want a really light hand with something, use your like ring finger as the least amount of pressure. I mean, I think when I reviewed the Natasha Denona Love line, I didn't use that cream one because I didn't want to put it over top, and a couple people commented that Natasha Denona's products, cream products, work really well over powder, so this time I'm going for it. And I mean, I use sometimes the Cover FX drops over powder as well, and a few other cream products. So it depends. Some cream liquid products ruin your makeup, and you have to be really like light-handed with them typically. But I think that's going over really nicely. The other thing that you can use these cream sticks for on the skin, like on the body, but like I don't want to get makeup on my shirt, so I'm just not going to do it. But you could use the light one for a really like blingy highlight, or you could use the bronze one if you want to kind of look like that bronze, like darken up your skin a bit along the décolleté. If you had a self tanner on, you could make yourself look a little bit more glowy. Is this Diamond and Blush Blush and Highlight palette. This isn't new. That's why I didn't really like focus on it. So obviously there's a lot of products here that I could use, but I've already done blush and you know, cream highlight. So I'm going to use this. Which one do I want to do? I wanted to use one of these powder highlights over top. I think I'm going to go with this one here, which is Glow Extreme. There we go. Yeah, that brush is really nice. This is one of the Jaclyn Hill brushes. Okay, I'm going to do my eyes with the Natasha Denona Mini Retro. This is the newest mini palette by Natasha Denona. I reviewed previously the Mini Glam palette and I loved it. So these are very spring, pink, gray, like metallic, nice. I'm going to prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot. I'm going to dip in to, which is called Industrial. It's this, is it? Yeah, Industrial. And it is this light pinkish taupey color. So I finished up. I love this eyeshadow palette. So looking at it, it's not really something that I think I would choose, like be my first choice, but actually playing around with it, it's really nice. And you can create a more subtle, you know, pink look. I feel like a lot of times when I do pink, it's like either more of like a rosy pink or like a bright pink. So this was really nice. I really liked that. I loved the metallics, and these are a really nice option if you don't have a lot of money, but you still want some Natasha Denona products because they are really great quality. These are only 25 US. In Canada, it comes to like 33 bucks. So like they're really reasonably priced. You only get 5 shadows, but like it's enough, you know, to create a look. It's really nice. It comes with, you know, variety of textures. The Natasha Denona blush was really nice, but again, beware, it is pretty pigmented and bright, so you want to be really light-handed with it, blend it out well. And if you're not a huge fan of blush, this might not be for you, but it's really stunning. The sticks I really liked. I actually think that the lighter one was really nice over top of the powder. You could notice it more. And I actually was pleasantly surprised by the dark one. I actually really enjoyed using it as a bronzer, and I'm excited to try these on the body. And then the Beauty Blender foundation, so far so good. It's a little touch, like a touch dry for my skin because it is still that matte finish. But I think if I were to have used like the Tatcha primer, I think it would be perfect. And it is one of the nicest matte foundations I've used. Like, it looks so natural on the skin. The concealer's pretty good. It wore down a little bit on the blemishes just from me using powder and stuff. But under the eyes, it's looking pretty good. I don't see any creasing. I think it looks good. So I'm impressed so far. I will check in with you guys throughout the day. I will let you know how things are wearing and give you my final review at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, so I am back. It is 20 after 9, so it's been about 7 hours. And I have like mixed feelings about this. I feel like the foundation has worn down a bit, and it looks a little dry and worn down on my chin. It pretty much lost most of the coverage, which I will be honest with you, that's really common for me. I don't know if it's because my chin is so like I always say I have a protruding chin, and like, I'm not even joking you. Like, literally, when you look at me like side view, some foundations will wear a little bit better than this. So like, it doesn't mean that it's bad, but it also, I've had better foundation days. I do have to say, like, around my nose, it creased a little bit. Actually, my forehead doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look awful. Like, it doesn't look like that e.l.f. foundation. It even looks better than the Fenty one. I would just say it's definitely not my favorite foundation as of right now, but I see a lot of potential with it. So I think that because it still has, even though it's that velveteen matte finish, I still think that because it still has that matte, you know, characteristic to it, I think I need to be using a hydrating primer. Like I've said before, I've been noticing my skin looks a little bit more dehydrated lately, but I definitely have found that like foundations are not looking as great if they are matte because of that dehydration. And I've said this many times on my channel. Concealer, I loved the coverage of it. I thought it looked really smooth and it went well with the foundation, but again, I just think that a different powder or a different primer, I need to try these with other combinations before I make a final decision. I feel like I always say that in reviews, but unless I really love a product, I can't really say, no, this sucks from first impression. And I didn't really ever feel like this sucks. I just feel like as soon as I applied the powder, which this powder is amazing. I love Coty Airspun like so much. But if a foundation looks dry on me already, this always makes it worse. So I'm assuming that was the issue. It was just not the right powder for this foundation on my skin personally. I think that this is going to be really great for me with other combinations in primer and powder and all that. So I will update you guys on that for sure. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And do not forget about my giveaway. Check out the description below. It'll link you to the video where I announced the giveaway, and it will also show you how to enter. And good luck to all of you who do enter. I appreciate your support, and I hope you guys are all staying safe. So thank you so much for watching my videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, like the video if you enjoyed, and have a wonderful day, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.